Welcome back. If you're looking for something to do on Friday night, the stroke recovery branch of Kamloops is having a fantastic fundraiser at Match Eatery and Public House at Cascades Casino. Here to tell us a little bit more about it, we have Vern Short, who is with the board of directors, and Karen Shelton, who is the program coordinator with the local recovery branch. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Yes. You can call me Karen if you want. I've been called worse. Let's talk a little bit about this fundraiser. It's coming up Friday night. You guys have picked a great venue. Match is lovely. Everybody loves it. Karen, tell me a little bit about it.
It's going to be a football theme. So the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Montreal Alouettes are going to go head to head. At 4 o'clock is the happy hour, and then the game starts at 6, and it'll probably go till about 10 o'clock. And in that, we're going to have 50-50 tickets. We're going to have a silent auction, and there's going to be door prizes.
Awesome.
All of that for your $5 ticket.
That seems like a great deal,
Yeah.
for sure. Tell me a little bit about this fundraiser and why you're having it. The stroke recovery branch is obviously a well-used facility in every community. In Kamloops, I'm sure it's no different. Can you talk about that?
So our group, we have people that are either the caregivers or the stroke survivors themselves come to the group. And that's where they can find support from their peers. Also, the caregivers can meet other caregivers. So we try to focus on helping them with communication and memory, some exercises and mobility, and networking between them. And
Which
also,
is important.
Yes, and also being able to just have camaraderie with each other.
Absolutely. Vern, speaking of people who have suffered a stroke, I didn't know this until you told me while we were setting up the segment that you, in fact, have had a stroke.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your experience.
For me, it was very scary. I didn't know what was going on. This occurred November 29th, 2013. I was by myself down at Tim Hortons, located across from the downtown bus exchange.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know what was going on.
We have those 4 symptoms: face, arm, speech, time, which makes the acronym of FAST. Were any of those, now that you look back, quite obvious?
Yes, although my brain, I had what they called a cerebral event. My emotions, if I was experiencing something happy in that period, I would cry. So your emotions were all over the place and upside down.
Who helped you? How did you get the help that you needed?
Well, the paramedics got me to the hospital fairly quickly. I spent pretty well 3 months in the hospital recovering.
That's a substantial amount of time.
And another 3 weeks in Ponderosa with rehabilitation.
Yes.
It was a very scary situation. If I hadn't have got there in the time that they did, it could have been very much more severe and worse outcome.
Yes. As we understand, time is of the essence with getting the treatment
It is
that you
so
need.
important. It is so critical.
Yes. So the recovery branch has played a positive force in your life then in recent years.
Oh, yes, yes. As Karen had mentioned, for physical programs, but also for socializing. Socializing is very, very important in the recovery process.
Yes, and knowledge is power. And when you talk to other people about their stories and hear what they've experienced.
So true, so true. And the getting the camaraderie and support of the inner group. And the fact that there's no 2 strokes are the same. No 2 strokes.
Yes. Anything else you want to add? We have about a minute before I have to throw to a break. You would like to see as many people come out and buy tickets on the Friday night, starting at 4 at Match.
Yes.
Sounds like all kinds of fun things going on.
Well, it's about awareness, it's about education, but it's also about having fun, too, at the venue.
Absolutely.
And if you're a football fan of, CFL football, and there's some fanatical Saskatchewan supporters,
There
I know.
certainly are.
Yes.
We got a lot of Saskatchewans in this town.
That's right.
But that's not a bad thing. Some of my best friends
it's
are from
not.
Saskatchewan.
But what I would say is I would encourage people to understand more about what goes on with a stroke. And,
Yes.
Especially when I hear that there's, per year in BC, there's about 6,500
Yes.
people.
We are out of time. Thank you to the both of you for being here to tell us a little bit more about this. Information on the screen, as well as the email address. If you would like to get tickets, it's this Friday night to Alouettes versus the Rough Riders, of course. We are back after a quick break. Stay with us.